Yes. Welcome back to another stream. Let me just double check. Yeah, you can hear me. I do this all the time because I always think I'm muted. Big up to all the people here. We're doing the latest on DOKU and PAQUETA. We're going to speak about the situation, the deals, how they've advanced over the weekend. First weekend of football is out the way with. Obviously, the one game tonight, which it's good, man. It feels good that the Premier League is back, especially when we win. Like,
I was so gassed to get the first win under the belt, just to get that winning feeling back. You know what I mean? Get the thing in motion, the big wheel turning. So, yeah, man, I'm buzzing, and I'm looking forward to what is it? It's Super Cup Wednesday, isn't it? Wednesday night.
Super Cup Wednesday, yeah. Another trophy that we can win.
That we've never won before. We've never won it before.
Yes, never been in this position.
Part of the sextuple, the sexy tuple.
Yeah, that sexy tuple coming to the Etihad this season. Right, first things first. We are nearly at 80k. We're nearly like 500 subscribers away from 80k. So make sure you subscribe, because we want to get there. And we're doing a giveaway at 80k. Like we're trying to get there. We got quite a lot of subs over the weekend, man. The watch long did really well for subs, which is good. So big up all the people who have subscribed, big up all the new people and that.
Yeah, we owe a big thanks to everybody who showed love on that watch long, man. It was sick. The new setup looks sick. Buff Freddy was sick, so big up each and every one of you showing love, man.
Yeah, man. Nathan says, can't wait to see if I win the giveaway. Yes, Nathan. Not sure what you'll do with that shirt, but you can see. Right then, so PAQUETA or DOKU, where do you want to start? Which way? We spoke
PAQUETA, why not?
We can get PAQUETA out of the way. We've spoke quite a lot about him. There's been some news today about PAQUETA, but it's kind of like the same news is coming out. That basically PAQUETA has agreed personal terms with Manchester City. That's confirmed by Fabrizio. But we knew that on was it Friday or Thursday or something? We did a stream on that then because that's where we heard that news, and it was like from a reliable source that we trust. But Fabrizio today, 4 hours ago, said with the reached an agreement with personal terms, it's not really moved any more than that. City are preparing a new bid for PAQUETA, and negotiations will advance with West Ham. The only real talking point on this is what price are you willing to pay for PAQUETA? Because now that Kevin De Bruyne's injured, not sure how long he's on the sidelines. It's kind of like a bit more stress.
I would think there's a natural knock-on effect that it will put City, if they had any doubts about pushing hard to sign PAQUETA, the loss of De Bruyne and the uncertainty about how long De Bruyne is out for, I would imagine it would put City under pressure to go and get the PAQUETA deal done. I did a stream on Saturday afternoon, maybe it was, the solo one, where we had some sort of PAQUETA news, and I was asking the people in the chat, what kind of figures they would be happy to see City spend on PAQUETA, and I mean, the conclusion I drew up myself was it's going to have to be over the release clause, which kicks in next summer. So if they're guaranteed 85 million for PAQUETA next summer, why the fuck would they sell him now? They've no need to sell him now because they can get another year out of him and a guaranteed 85 next summer. So the poll you just put in the chat there, would you pay 90 mil for PAQUETA? I think that's at least the starting point that we're talking about, 90 mil. I get it. People are like, that's scandalous for Lucas PAQUETA, but as I reiterated on that stream as well, the market is so crazy right now. It's so crazy. Yeah. And you factor in how late we are in the transfer window, the value he is to West Ham's team, his release clause next summer, you're going to get somewhat roasted to get the player that you want. That's just the fact of the matter.
Yeah, the market's gone a bit west. And we've got to pay overpriced for players. PAQUETA's not worth £90 million. He isn't worth 90 million. I'd say he's like a 60, maybe 60, 70 million pound player. Around that, I think he's more fair. But we're not going to be able to get him for that. He's basically, West Ham are protected by that 85 million pound release clause because they can go, line it, we can go above that. So I think if we offered around 90 million pound, I think I could see the deal getting done around that price. I'm just not sure where City walk. City do this thing, don't they, where we value players. At what point does it get too much? Jack Boyle, I see you saying Verts in it. A lot of people have said Verts over the past few streams, but a lot of people have told us that he's not available this summer.
We don't know what City's line is, and will City's threshold go up because of the KDB injury? Like, will City now understand that to get PAQUETA in now to hopefully fill some of that void of Kevin De Bruyne, it might be worth splashing a few extra million on? genuinely it might be worth splashing a bit of extra cash on. So City's threshold might go up as a result of the De Bruyne thing, but we just don't know. I could see it getting done for 90, and I would imagine West Ham will put in some very achievable add-ons, like City win the Premier League, or he plays 15 games for City. It's another 2-3 million here and there. They'll want to do that. So that's I could see it. I could see 90 million and 5 to 10 in achievable add-ons. It's outrageous. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with the price, but taking myself out of the business side of things, it ain't my money. So I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Like I actually, it doesn't bother me deeply. But if we're allowing ourselves to be consumed by transfer money talk, I do think it's too much. But there are variables to it where you can almost semi-justify it. The De Bruyne injury, how long's left in his contract, the release clause activated next summer. You're going to have to pay more than what you would really like. That's where we're at.
That's it. I mean, Dougie there says personal terms are done. It's down to the clubs now. And you're completely right. It is down to the clubs to get a deal over the line. And that's why we just speaking about there. Like, the price is just, obviously, like I say, we ain't going to lose sleep on none of it because it ain't our cash. But it's still, at the same time, it's just about all it. It's a lot of cash. It's a lot of money to be spending on a player. But I'm fully behind this. I fully back the deal. I know it's a lot of money, but I think we need a bit more creativity, and I think he's a really good player. I think he'd smash it at City. I'm fully behind this. I've been since as soon as we mentioned Paqueta's name. I was interested in him last summer as a Bernardo Silva replacement, but then West Ham ended up signing him for around £40 million, and then they're going to over double their money.
Yeah,
I think it's good, man. And I think City are just happy to. We clearly want to pay a high price.
Chadley in the chat says Hugh loves variables. I do. I always factor in the variables because with these high money signings, high money transfers, it was the same with Vardiol. There's so many variables. There's so many things. It's not just as straightforward as they want this much. We'll either pay it or we don't. They factor in they consider everything surrounding what they're going to pay and why they're going to pay that much. They're not going to pay over the odds if they don't feel there's enough reason to pay that extra money, if that makes sense. So variables, Chadley, are important when it comes to transfers. Did you see, actually, on a sort of side note, a player that we said that we would love at City, or I said it anyway, was Valverde.
Yeah.
Apparently Liverpool are testing the waters for both Tchouaméni and Valverde.
Oh, shit. That's pretty mad. Yeah,
I'd love to know
he was if Bernardo goes, please get Valverde.
I'd love to know what the threshold is for Valverde, like what Real Madrid would first of all start talking at.
It was rumored around 80 mil.
Bro, if you could get Valverde for 80 mil, I tell Paqueta, stay in London, mate, and we're going to get Valverde.
Yeah, we're going to Spain to get Valverde, mate.
What was the source? I don't know the source, Josh. I can't remember. I just saw it on Twitter, so I don't even know how true it is, but it's rumored.
Yeah, but anyway, that's your latest on Paqueta. There's not really too much going on.
What percentage are you at that the deal gets done? We always do this.
Yeah, we always do this. I'm actually really.
Chat, get involved as well. What percentage are you
saying? I'm around like 85%.
I was going to say exact same thing, 85.
Yeah, because I'm allowing for a City fuckery where we walk away. Because if it just gets too stupid, City know. I think Leon put it in the chat there that City know when to walk away. So I'm allowing for a little bit of that. But I think personal terms are done. West Ham, everything that's coming out from like the manager side, everything like that, even like from the club, it all seems to be very much like they seem accepting of the fact that they're going to lose Lucas Paqueta, but they just want a right price.
I think what I gather from it is that Paqueta really, really wants the deal to happen, and I would imagine he's told West Ham, please let me go, and they're not in the business of telling him, no, you can't go, because as the report said the other day that I think I did a short on, West Ham would view that as counterproductive. If they can, they'd like to let him go to avoid a situation whereby they're holding on to a player who just his heart's just not in it. And I respect that because that's the way we operate as well. If a player says, listen, I simply just really want to go, more often than not, I know Bernardo Silva was a slightly different situation, but more often than not, we facilitate a move somehow for that player to leave. So I respect the fact that West Ham have kind of accepted they're going to have to lose Lucas Paqueta. And I would imagine him telling them he wants to go is a massive contributing factor to why I feel this deal is going to happen. I mean, most people in the chat are saying anywhere between 80 to 95%. Everyone seems really confident this deal's going to
Yeah,
get done. I think we could possibly get a here we go for this deal before we kick off against Newcastle Saturday evening.
Yeah, I agree. This has been one of the fastest moving deals that we've had for quite a while. It's ramped up, and yeah, I think it will continue in that same vein. I think the personal terms now have been agreed. I think it will just be between the two clubs, and I think City will want that over the line ASAP because they'll want him in and training with our team. And yeah, I believe that this could be done before Newcastle. Kudus, yeah, Zoe, mate. So Lauren just put there, fact they're looking at another player as well, must know City are going to pay up or expect them to. And then Zoe put Kudus will cook under us. And I'm sure that's the guy that they're looking at. They're looking at this Kudus guy to take his place, basically.
This Kudus guy 100% is to come in and replace Paqueta, but West Ham are quite clearly trying to cover their arses and save that, save that the situation arising where City know they're getting Kudus, so the deal will be a lot more smooth. So what West Ham have done is they've told some of their journalists, from what I gather, that they're happy to keep Kudus and Paqueta. He's not a direct replacement, but it's obviously a direct replacement. Like everyone knows he's a direct replacement.
They're just trying to save face there, isn't it?
Exactly.
Ronald Rump, yes, mate. He says, "How's Kovacic been? I'd love Bissouma from Spurs." Bissouma's had a good start, to be fair. I think he had a good pre-season as well. But Kovacic has been really good for us. I think he's slotted in the team really well.
Kovacic has been sick, man. Kovacic has been sick. He looks unnatural. He looks like
he's played under Pep for ages, man. So that's
I always felt when he was at Chelsea anyway that he was a player I looked at and said he has the movements and the reading of the game that would suit Pep Guardiola. So I'm not surprised that it's worked out so well for him.
Yeah. Yes, it's video gaming. Yes, it's doing. I do, mate. Elise chat isn't even active. Yeah. So just quickly on Elise. It's more Chelsea vibes now, Elise. I think that they're willing to pay like £45 million. Is that the release clause? Or whatever it is. They're willing to pay it. Or that's the only rumours that I've seen. I think City have basically swerved that because we're going for Paqueta. And the other side of the coin, they're going for Jeremy Doku. And that's the other half of this show, really, is all about Doku. Because I've not really... We've spoke about him in between streams and everyone's always mentioned him, and then I've always pushed it back because I've not seen anything to do with Doku in ages, because we got linked with him loads, and then after about 3 or 4 weeks it kind of just died. But then now it's proper stepped up. The Doku side of things. There's no big gun in from City or anything like that, but apparently again with the personal terms, absolutely no issues with that there. And did you see him at the weekend?
Yeah,
he was waving.
Oh, he was waving, yeah. That wave. Wave.
Guy
I know that wave.
Yeah,
we all know that wave.
We all know that wave.
Chat, you know the wave.
You know that wave. You know that wave.
I'm a fan of Doku, man. I'm a fan based purely off the highlights and compilations I've seen on YouTube.
Yeah, same. Same.
I spent like 20 minutes last night or a couple nights ago looking at his highlight reels, and they're obviously gonna make him look sick because he ain't posting shit that doesn't look good. Do you know what I mean? No one's posting and it doesn't look good. But he looks good, and I gathered that Doku is. I know we've kind of concluded that Pep really just wants his midfielders to be Porza, ball retention, recycle, keep it moving, but we've all kind of known deep down, and we've all felt it for a long time, that we would love another option. One of those just grass-burning, rapid wingers who it's almost like a plan B, or if that whole Porza thing ain't working, which we saw so many times last year, where it just doesn't look like, even if we played 150 minutes of football, we weren't going to break down a defense. The passing side to side wasn't working. So I think we've all known that we would love another option like a Doku who'll tear it up, ball over the top, straight in direct football. So a lot of people are saying and I said this on the short, that have we got our Raheem Sterling regen? And if we are to have a Raheem Sterling regen, I want it to be that rapid Raheem Sterling from like 18, 19, 17, 18, not the one that Pep turned into Porza.
Yeah, it's electric, man. It's about like switching it up and getting them like it's exciting. It's exciting to see players like that. Rob Dawson from ESPN said that City ready to bid for Jeremy Doku. There's a gap in valuation, which I think would be one of the major stumbling blocks between it, as we know how City are. Brennan's looked for free. They want more than 45 mil. which is cash. Which is cash.
They want whatever report that I referenced on my short that I made the other day is that they would love the deal to Ren would love, or Rene, whatever they're called, would love to get 60 million euro for Doku. 60 million euro, which is about what, 48 million pounds, about that. If he's 21, he's a different option, and we want them. I say pay it. And based off Fabrizio's cryptic emoji tweeting, it seems like City are pretty confident getting the deal done.
Yeah, City seems to be fully invested in the Doku stonks. So there's another one that we're gonna have to wait and see on. But it's gonna be an exciting week, especially from a City point of view. With the transfer window, I thought we'd get Paqueta and that'd be it, or we'd get one more midfielder and we'd be done. Like I was full sending Elise the other week. I thought that was the one, but that ain't it, seemingly. There is another name that we've not really mentioned, and I see people mentioning this guy to me all the time. People have DM'd me and stuff about him, and I see it in the chat, even in this stream, the chat. The alternative to Jeremy Doku for the winger position is a guy called Bradley Barcola, or Barsol. I don't know how you say his name in it. I'm going to go with Barcola for now, because it's Cola in it. From Leon. Apparently he's another option, and people keep saying that he's sick. So
I don't know him, Chad.
I genuinely have never seen this guy in my life. It's just people are throwing him at me. PSG are about to buy him. Oh, is that the Barcola guy? He's expensive. He's more of a Cole Palmer type player, Zohib says. That's fair then. That's fair then. But I want Doku, me. I want to full send it.
Yeah.
I'm
invested in Doku.
The only issue is scoring stats wise ain't the best, but guy's got the best take-ons like in the world, isn't it? Or who played over 900 minutes last season. So let's get him. He can breeze past players, pass the ball, and just let Haaland do the scoring, innit? We don't need his goals. We've got Haaland.
I just really like the idea of a different option, a different type of play, you know, because it as much as it has worked and it's been great for us, the powers of football and the ball retaining wingers, it won't always bang. It won't always bang. You know what I mean? You set up against a low block.
Options, innit?
Exactly. You set up against a low block, and some days it just won't click. You won't break them down. So having a different option like Doku, who he can start games, of course. I'm not saying he has to be strictly off the bench, but just a whole different dynamic. He'll add a whole different dimension to our attacking outlets and what we can do, what damage we can do to defenses. So it makes us less easy to plan for. Like if you're planning right now to defend against Manchester City, you're planning for their wide players to drop deep, pick up the ball from deep, and keep it moving, and they'll rarely take you on one-on-one. It's not very often we see any of our wingers like Foden, Mahrez, Bernardo go directly at a fullback. One-on-one, me versus you, let's have it out. Doku is that guy. He's that kind of player who he wants to battle against fullbacks, and I rate that. I find that very exciting. So, I mean, chat, what's your overall consensus? Doku, yeah or nah? I want a yeah or a nah in the chat. How you feel about Doku?
Yeah.
And I said in a tweet the other day, and I got quite a lot of agreement that if we were to sign Vardiol, Kovacic, Doku, and Paqueta, and we've already basically retained Walker and Bernardo, that's a 10 out of 10 window. It's a 10 out of 10 window off the back of winning a treble. It's showing serious determination and enthusiasm to stay hungry and keep winning.
Yeah,
I rate it, man.
Forward. I think it 100% is a 10 out of 10 window if we go get Paqueta and Doku. 100%.
Exactly.
I can't be more happy. I think it's a really good window for us. I have no complaints.
Because, bro, when you're winning trophies, you can go one of two ways. You can either just try and retain your treble winning team as best you can and hope that they keep banging and it keeps going the way it did when they were successful. Or you can say, nah, we're not staying still. We're not going stale. We're not going to plateau. We're going to keep adding fire, keep innovating, keep adding new things, and keep the footballing world unsure of what we're doing, because that's what's worked best for us. So I like the drive and determination to keep bringing in new players, younger, fresher faces. Like the hunger Vardiol is going to come in with from Leipzig to a treble winning team is going to be sick. Kovacic too, bringing experience and hunger to win. Paqueta never won major trophies properly, I don't believe. Coming from West Ham to a treble winning team, he knows it's a golden opportunity under Pep Guardiola. Doku, 21-year-old winger, different option to what we currently have. All these players coming in have seen us get success the last few years. They know they're coming into an environment where there is recipe for success as long as you come and do the work. So I rate this from the players coming in and the club doing the business. I'm excited by it, really excited by it as a fan.
I'm excited by it. It brings change. Lauren just said in the chat there that we can see. She said, "I know he may not start a good few games, but his pace off the bench could be crucial." And that's something that if you're playing a game and it's just this pause the ball ain't working, you can bring him on. Then you've got someone like PAQUETA in there who can add more creative. He's got that flair about him as well, which is really exciting as a fan when you get a player like with that flair. I know some people don't like it, but I love it, me. I love it. I'll be backing him doing that samba dance, you know. We still need Big Steve to do a samba dance as well.
I don't think I mentioned it to you yet, bro, but I've also signed you up to samba dance.
Oh no.
Chat, man. Chat. Get it spammed in. Jordy Porty Samba or something like that. Jordy Samba, because when we sign PAQUETA, Jordy's got to do a samba dance on watch along.
Yeah, all right then. I guess that's it's been pre-agreed. It's pre-agreed for me already. Which
me as your agent, I've signed you up for it.
Nathan Parks with a £2 donation says, "Play Foden in the middle though? Question mark. Is he needed?" I think Jordy Samba full send. I think
wiggle those hips, brother. Wiggle those hips.
I best get practicing. Foden is needed, but it just depends. I really still feel like Pep don't trust him in the middle. I think you'll see more of him as a winger again.
I don't like this pressure that people are putting on Foden, not City fans specifically, but like I'm seeing all these like rival fans talking about how they have a team set in stone and certain players claiming positions that are always there week in, week out. Rotation has been our biggest asset in all of our success. The fact that Pep is fluid in his selection, players playing an array of positions, and just generally versatile, that has been one of our biggest, if not our biggest asset to winning multiple trophies season in, season out. So why should we wilt to the pressure of people telling us Foden must play midfield, or Foden must play 30 games, or Foden must do this, Foden must do what this, that, the other. Pep clearly knows what he's doing. Foden will be where Foden will be.
Yeah, I'm backing Foden to have a really good season as well. I think you are as well, aren't you? Did you say that as well? I can't remember.
Yeah,
but I'm backing Foden to have a really good year this year. I think he'll smash it. Emmanuel Perez with a 5 says, "Do you see Kevin turning in to the last year of Aguero? The last years of Aguero, sorry, being out for most part of the season injured. I hope not. Now, it is worrying that he's got injured again. However, I do feel like was the potential that he got rushed back into this game, because he literally just come back. He's come back a lot. He came back so much sooner than what anyone expected. Like I was like, we ain't gonna see him until September. Then he's coming back against Burnley. He played in the pre-season games. Sorry, it is a pre-season game. But he played in the Community Shield, and that was just like a shock. And I was like, oh, that's weird. He's come back rapid there, and now for him to just pull his hamstring again, it's just a bit of a rip. Like, yeah, has he been mismanaged?
I don't like to criticize in that way, but from the outside looking in, the easiest conclusion to draw up is that he was rushed back. And I don't like to say it, but he was rushed back. I mean, I saw tweets, people tweeting about it, saying they fear that we've seen the best days of Kevin De Bruyne already, that they're behind him.
Oh, that's
and
grim.
I don't agree with it, and I don't disagree with it, because I don't agree with it because I do feel that Kevin De Bruyne can prolong his career more if he's managed to a T, not rushing him back, play him when needed, and he's properly looked after, not spammed out. And that's why it's so important that we do get players like PAQUETA, because if we want to keep De Bruyne for those big moments and have him ready when we need him the most, you're going to need the likes of PAQUETA to be able to slot in and fill those boots as best you can, and Bernardo's and Foden's and Kovacic's too. But then you look on the other side that you might want to agree with it, because 2 hamstring tears or bad hamstring injuries at 32 years of age in the exact same amount of months too. It's not good. It's really not good for him.
Oh shit! There's like I need to do this. This is major. This is major. This is major. This is major breaking news right now. I know, because Freddie even put it in the chat. Right. Here's the news. Bernardo Silva has reached an agreement with Man City to extend his contract by a further 2 years. The news is set to be...
Bernardo! that's huge. He ain't going anywhere.
I'm fucking
Bernardo's staying.
fucking leaving.
He said, I ain't fucking leaving. Let's go.
Where's that going?
Bernardo Silva. He's staying. Oh, that's huge.
That is huge. 2 years.
Oh, the gods
Man's
of
had a
answering their
2-year
prayers.
contract. What is that about?
Oh, I need to get it on the tweets, man. I need to get on the tweets.
That is insane.
That's massive. He's basically saying, I'm giving the rest of my best years to Man City.
Oh, yeah,
the rest of my best years to Man City.
There is also a little bit more news, which does dampen it a little bit. Bernardo Silva felt some pain at the end of City's 3-0 win against Burnley on Friday night and was slightly injured. So he's not going to play tomorrow. But who gives a fuck because he's here for 2 more years?
Who gives a fuck?
Absolutely buzzing. Absolutely buzzing. I'm gassed. Pretty much didn't ask. I didn't ask. Sabo, yes, Sabo with a 39. Zah, yes, 39. I massively appreciate it, mate. It says, sells Borges, pays 50 million for Doku. Rare, cheeky L.
No.
The thing is, I think something weird went on with that thingy. With Borges, man. I feel like Pep didn't want him. I feel like he didn't. Pep just didn't want him in and around the squad, seemingly, because he never played for us, even when it was dead games, and he's clearly ready. Him making the Ajax move is major. It is Ajax, isn't it? Yeah, it's major, that.
Ajax,
so,
yeah.
I don't know, man. We'll have to wait and see. We have a buyback on him anyway, so if he turns into a beast, then at least we can go get him back.
Wait, Bernardo, man, I'm so gassed.
I'm so
gassed.
I am so gassed.
That puts all this annoying transfer shit to bed. Every transfer window, is he going? Is he staying? Is he going? Nah, he's staying. I'm gassed.
That 11 out of 10 if we get Paqueta and Doku now. Like, it just gets better and better. Like, that's sick. I am gassed. That is incredible, man. Absolutely incredible.
Huge, man.
Told Ness is what's Bernardo's best position. It's a weird one because sometimes he plays good in the midfield, sometimes he plays mid right wing. If you'd asked me last season, like towards the end, right wing 100%, he was cooking. So just we'll have to wait and see where he gets played this season more.
Depends what you're looking for, really. Depends what you're looking for.
I'm gassed, man. I'm gassed. Craig Party Time. I've only just joined. What's the Bernardo news? He's agreed a new contract with Manchester City for 2 more years at City.
Yep.
2 more years. It's going to be formalised soon, which is mad. Jiggy Mank with a £1. Yes, with the first super chat. Big up, man. Massively appreciated.
Yes.
Can we get likes on a stream for Bernardo staying at City? There's 750 people in here, 350 likes. We need likes on this. 1 like equals 1 more day of Bernardo staying at City. We need a lot more. 700 there. That's a good 2 years. Yes, you can. Yes, it's why I wrote. I'm so buzzing. That is gas news that to receive in this stream.
That's some of the best news of the summer, man. If not the best.
It is. Honestly, I'm gassed. I'm gonna
have to do a short or a video or something like that.
We'll have to get a short out rapid in it. That'll be sick. To recap then, for this stream, now that it's been out news has popped, like my head's gone. A little recap. We got the latest on Doku and Paqueta. So Paqueta, personal terms are fully agreed with Manchester City, as we've known for quite a while. Apparently, we're looking at around 6 years, a 6-year contract. But then they still need to meet the valuation, and we've kind of all kind of come to the same conclusion that around £90 million, somewhere around that is what will get you him. But we'll have to wait and see. West Ham could push us even further. And Doku, the valuation on that, again, still a bit far away. They want more than £45 million for him, but again, personal terms apparently agreed. So it could be a really busy week, man. It could be a really busy week. And also, it's very important that Doku did the wave at the end of the game at the weekend.
You know the way. We all know the way.
We all know that way, man. So he did that.
No, it's going to be. I think it's going to be a busy week. I think we're going to get a Bernardo Silva contract. Obviously, it looks like I think, like I said, we could get PAQUETA done before Newcastle. We could get DOKU done before Newcastle. The beauty of both those deals, well, maybe less so that the PAQUETA one now that De Bruyne is injured, but definitely the DOKU one. We're not in like a desperate rush, if that makes sense. Yeah. We're not like, shit, we need these deals done immediately. The PAQUETA one I would like done sooner than later now with the Kevin De Bruyne injury, but the DOKU one anyway, it's not like
we need him in right now. Yeah,
right now.
Paqueta's what I think City should be like focusing more on PAQUETA right now. Get that done out and get that over the line, especially like say with Kevin De Bruyne done and dusted for the 2 months or whatever it is.
If Tiki lands all this, man, if Tiki lands PAQUETA, DOKU, Vardidel Kovacic, and a new Walker deal and a new Bernardo deal, put some respect on my guy, man. I hope your apologies are as loud as your disrespect, man, because this guy has worked overtime. I know he's probably earning a fat bag anyway, but he's done a sick job.
Yeah,
sick job.
Getting these players over the line, that is a sick job, man. That is a sick job.
That's six big signings. Walker, Bernardo, and the 4 new boys. That's huge.
Big, man.
Huge, mate.
It's a big window.
We're winning it all. We're winning everything. Everything.
Other than the Community Shield.
The sexy couple, man. The sexy couple.
Sexy couple soon come. Tinsay with a 2 says he'll go from 85 million to free at 31. Not good.
Yeah, but you have to. The thing is,
because no one was paying the 85 million, or else he would be gone.
And if you're looking at that in isolation, fair, it comes across bad. But what'll that be? 8-9 years of Bernardo Silva?
Yeah, be time.
Yeah, you're getting your, and how much we paid 50-odd million from 50 million from.
Yeah.
That you're getting your money's worth. You have to get to a point where when your players have done so well and served you for so long, I think you have to get to a point where you can't be upset about what you're losing them for. You should just be grateful for what you got out of them for what you paid.
Yeah,
I'm actually okay with losing Bernardo really cheap or for free to Benfica if we've got 8-9 years of his service. This guy's one of the best players in the world, and he's giving us his best years.
Yeah,
I'm all right with
he's
losing
committing his future to like his best years to City, and then he'll dip and go Benfica, and if that's on a free, then that's on a free. Like, yeah, we're not getting the £85 million valuation that we've put on his head, but that's because of what he's worth to this City team. No one else wants to pay that, and we get that. Exactly. We get that £85 million player for another 2 years. Because he's worth that much to us. Do you know what I mean? So we don't have to go replace him with another £85 million value player. Like, I'm fine for him to do what he wants to do. I'm absolutely fine. Just quickly before we wrap things up then, the 22-man travelling squad to Sevilla has just been announced. Edison, Ortega, Carson, Rico Lewis, Walker, Akanji, Stones is back in the side. Laporte, Gvardiol, Ake, Gomez, they're your defenders. Rodri, Phillips, Perone, Kovacic, McAtee, Palmer, Alvarez, Haaland, Grealish, Foden, and Oscar Bob are your 22-man travelling squad. So names out of there. Kevin's not in there. Ruben Diaz is not in there. Bernardo Silva's not in there. So, is anyone else that I can think of? Have I missed anyone?
Who says not there? No Diaz, no Kev, no Bernardo.
Yeah.
Is that
it? Yeah, just them.
Do you care about the Super Cup? I'm not saying I do or I don't, but like I know we'll do a proper preview. But are you like, I want to win that thing?
Yeah, I want to win it, but I don't. It's not like it's not like I don't care about it. Like we've never been in it.
I want to win it, man. I want to win it just to say we won it.
I want to win it.
I want it, man. I want it.
I want every trophy. Do you know what I mean?
I want it all. I want it all.
If you have a standard year, you can only win 4 trophies. That's it.
It's a rare exclusive.
There's only 4 to go I get for. It, man. This year, we got 7 to go for.
I want it all. I want every single last one. Every
single one of them.
Yeah.
So this one is against Sevilla. Is whoever wins gets the trophy with that? Yeah.
Yeah.
After that game, buzzing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, gassed. So this isn't the one that you get the thingy in it, the badge there. That's the Club World Cup, innit?
That's the Club World Cup. Yeah.
Defo want that.
If we win that, I'm getting a shirt with that badge on. It's so sick, the gold thing.
Jake says, where on earth the 7th come from? Oh yeah, sorry, it's 6 now, innit? Because we can't win the 7th. We dusted the 7th.
Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake.
It's the sexy tuple, innit? Not the sep tuple. It's a beautiful trophy as well, says Ian. Yes. It's basically the Community Shield for European Cup winners. Yeah, it's important. I want to win it. I want that trophy, man. Right, Wino Bernardo, apparently he felt a little bit of something after Friday's match. What's the 6 trophies? It's Prem, FA Cup, Champions League, Carabao Cup, Super Cup, Club World Cup. There you go. That's your 6.
Loads to feast on.
One old rump with a 2. Yes, mate. It says Silva is irreplaceable. I'd lose him for 3 in 2 years. Exactly. We get 2 more years of Bernardo Silva. I'm gassed for it. Absolutely gassed for it.
They're his best years, man. We're getting one of the best players in world football for his best years. You can't put a price on that. Yeah. You really can't. When you're challenging when you want to win all the major honors, that's what you do as a team hungry, as a club hungry to win the major honors. You're not arsed really about how much you're losing one of your best players for after you've got the best years out of them. It's how much trophies did we win?
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing.
Buzzing. Right. Okay. That's your latest. That's your latest on Doku PAQUETA. Glad we had this little catch up as well because news was popping over the weekend during the watch long, things like that. Always seems to be a madness that it won't be 2 more years. He has 2 years now. It's a 2-year. I forgot. It's a 2-year extension, isn't it?
4 years.
So we'll have 4 more years of Bernardo Silva. It's a 2-year extension. He's already got 2 years left. So we're getting 4 more years of this £85 million player.
Yeah.
Gassed. I was in my head. I'm like 2 years buzzing, thinking that it was that was that. I was happy for that. Never mind. 4 more years. Love it. Thanks, chat. Sorted out there. 4 more years of Bernardo. Can't complain.
I could see after the 3rd year maybe letting him go for a cut price.
Yeah. I could see that. I could see that.
Either way, man, the issue has been put to bed now. It's been resolved. He's staying. They've got him a sunbed. He's happy.
Yeah. Got that fake sun. Right then, big up to all the people who like the stream. Big up to all the people who subscribed. If you haven't already, do like the stream and make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're very, very close to 80k. We're going to do a giveaway of one of the new City kits for that. We'll have loads of content this week as a start of fan cams just to get people gassed. So this Saturday, fan cams start, which I'm well excited for, genuinely well excited for. There's a lot of content coming over the next few weeks. So, you know what I mean? Keep your eyes peeled. Make sure you click the notification bell as well so you know that every time we go live or post a video /short. Anything else you want to say, bro?
Buzzing, man. Bernardo's staying. That's the big one.
That's the big one.
I know the stream was about PAQUETA and Doku, but you can't beat Bernardo staying, man.
But can't beat Bernardo.
Can't wait for Hughes fan cams. Can't wait for you. Bro, Darsh, mate, I can't wait for the fan cams. I've got Big Steve coming on. I've got Martin from Mancunian Way coming on. And hopefully I'll get some of the fans that maybe you guys haven't seen before and I haven't seen before who'll share their thoughts after the game Saturday. Every home game, the plan is at the minute, every home game in the Premier League, I'm going to do fan cams after the game. If we can get tickets for away games, I'll do them there as well. But this is the start, man. This is the start. Fan cams, vlogs, Jordy Porty doing the watch along with guests. So subscribe, man. Subscribe and show love because we're going to be giving you the best. The best.
Yes. Buzzing. Right, okay. Well, we're back later with some more streams. So, see you in a bit.
A bit.